Some of the events in your life are set up to launch you into the greatest season of your life. The thing about setups is that they're not obvious. They're created to appear like something else. So how do you know that one day you will become a successful novelist when all your manuscripts have been rejected? You've gone from one publishing house to another and all you hear is that you're not good enough. It's hard to hold on to hope. It's hard to believe that you are anything else but failure. But guess what? It's a setup. Because one day, not only will you become a best-selling novelist, but your story will inspire millions to pursue their dreams relentlessly, regardless of what their realities may be saying. This is the story of J.K. Rowling and her rise from obscurity to fame. But I bet it's not too different from your story as well. How do I know? I know because there are so many people frustrated right now. They have goals and aspirations. Many of them believe that they're on to something that could change the world. Yet it seems like things are just not working out. It seems like they're doing everything they can, but the deeper they go, the further they are from their goals. It feels like life is out to frustrate them out of their dreams. So you know what they do? They just stop. They stop trying. Their dreams pay the price. Their aspirations pay the price. They throw away their manuscripts. They throw away their aprons. They throw away their ideas and they settle. They settle for a life that they know is less than what they deserve. A life that they know they can do much more better. They settle because it's too much. The price to be paid is too high. What they fail to realize is that it's all a setup. Your frustrations are a setup. They're set up to make you think that nothing is happening or working. Meanwhile, you're right on the edge of a breakthrough. Your frustrations are actually setting the stage for your breakthrough. How you react and what you learn from your frustration determine what happens right after. It's all a setup. And if you must reach your highest potentials, then you must beat your frustrations at their own game. Beat the system at its own game. Beat life at its own game. Insist that your story doesn't end there. Insist that your future has much more for you than the system says it does. Insist that your frustrations will not scare you out of your dreams and aspirations. Insist that your dreams are valid. Insist that you have what it takes. Insist that one day you will get all the recognition you deserve. Insist that one day you will get it right. Insist that one day your dreams will come through. That's how you beat the system. You don't fall for the setup. If you think long and hard about everything, one day you realize that everything you know right now is as a result of things you once didn't know. You have answers right now only because you had questions back then. The things you're succeeding in right now are as a result of the times you failed and went back to see what went wrong. Today you might know what to do to have a great marriage, but I bet it's only because once upon a time you didn't do those things and your marriage suffered for it. You're only wiser today because you've been foolish before. You know things today because you didn't know them once and it prompted you to ask questions. The achievements you have right now only mean so much to you because you failed in the past. Imagine if everything came to you on a platter of gold. You would value nothing. More importantly, you would have no story. When will you realize that your failures, frustrations, tears, disappointments, confusion, chaotic situations, heartaches, and setbacks are all setups to launch you into greatness? Think about it. The things you go through shape your perspectives. They bring out the fighter in you. They reveal who you really are. They're all setups. How can we call anything a success if we never knew what failure was? That means that failure is only a setup to help you see what isn't working. Don't you see it? It's the only way you would know what works. For every time you failed, you crossed one more step on the path to success. It's all a setup. This is how we learn and grow. I know you might be crushed and broken right now, but it could be that there's a setup somewhere. It could be that there is something you need to get out of what you're going through right now. Could it be that there is something you need to get out of what you're going through right now? Could it possibly be that there is a pain in your purpose? Right now, it may seem like nothing is working. Everything may look dead, hopeless, or impossible. But if you would open your eyes, you would see that there is a setup somewhere. There's something you should be learning, something you should be working on, something you must keep building. A goal that needs a little bit more of refining, a door that needs more knocking, something that needs more effort. There's something in there that you've got to find it. Otherwise, you fall for the setup. Otherwise, it's all a waste. Listen to me. Your frustration is a sign that you're onto something. Could it be that the reason why everyone is against you is that they're seeing something about you that you are not seeing? You think you're small. You think you can't achieve much. You think there's nothing to your life. But that's not what they see. They see greatness in you, and it frightens them. Have you ever considered the thought that the level of opposition you're facing right now is an indication of how great your future is? Have you ever thought that maybe you're not unlucky, maybe you're actually special? And the situation you're facing right now is set up to make you think that you're unlucky, but it's not true. It is true that you're special. It is true that your future is so bright, it frightens those who don't like you. What is true is that you've got so much potential, much more than you could ever believe. How about you seeing your frustrations as a launching pad? How about you seeing your pain as a training ground? Because there are all setups. Set us to launch you into greatness. Set us to launch you into unimaginable possibilities. What do you believe about yourself? Have you allowed situation to define you? Have you allowed your pain to give you an identity? Have you fallen for the deception of frustration? The thing with confusing your identity with your pain is that you get stuck. You don't know what to do. You find yourself unable to rise above the label of your frustration. You must never forget who you are. The moment you do, you begin to fail. You might be frustrated right now, but never forget that you're a victor. You are a genius. There is something you've got that the world needs. You might be going through the toughest season of your life right now, but that doesn't mean that you're no longer a joy giver. You've always been a joy giver. Everyone said your smiles give them hope, and now life is attempting to knock you down, and you're starting to think that maybe you're not a joy giver after all. No! You're getting it all wrong. What you're going through right now is a setup to reinforce your identity. If you are only a joy giver when the going is good, then you're not getting it yet. When you become a joy giver both in your good and your bad times, then we know that you know who you really are. So hold on to your identity. Don't let that situation change you. Hold on to your values. Stay true to yourself. So when the breakthrough comes, you'd be ready. When the breakthrough comes, nothing will be holding you back. If it's a setup to test your loyalty to your beliefs, then don't fail. Hold on to what you believe. Stay honest. Stay faithful. Stay loyal. Stay diligent. Keep at it. It's a setup for the stage. It's a setup for the biggest season of your life, and you need to be ready. This is how you get ready, by holding on to your identity, by building yourself. So just before you throw in the towel because of that impossible situation, perhaps you should ask yourself if it's just a setup. It'll change the way you react. It'll shift your perspective. every storm you go through would then become a stepping stone, an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to build capacity. Always remember, it's might just be a setup.